Shall we move on? Shall we move on to the fourth favourites? Well, let's talk about France, of course. Recent winners of the tournament and, of course, beaten finalists as well, weren't they, not so long ago? They're currently around 7-1, Les Bleus, Dean, to win it. And, of course, we know the key players, the likes of Griezmann and Pogba, hopefully will play a big part. Varane as well. Euro 2016 runners-up, of course, weren't they, behind Portugal? Probably should have won that final, really.
Yeah, well, they made fairly hard work of qualifying, didn't they? They lost to Sweden and dropped a couple of silly points against Belarus.
And what I would say, Dean, they were 1 to 100 against Luxembourg, and that was the Kutenbuster of all Kutenbusting. You think, okay, they must have played the third team, but Griezmann, Mbappe, Giroud, Pogba.
But that's what they like.
Build a big,
that's exactly what
that's
they
their
like.
problem.
You know, they could beat anyone on their day, and again, they could lose to anyone on their day. They're so inconsistent. And also,
I'm looking at if they're that inconsistent.
No.
You know, when you come to a
not
game
for
that you expect to win,
no. And you also, I'm looking at some of the players. There's a lot of youth there. I've actually got. We're doing a World Cup preview. I've got them earmarked for the 2020 Euros already. You know, Mbappe 19, Dembele 20.
Yeah.
You know, even players like Rabiot. You know, a lot of the clubs over here are looking at him. Martial, I think Martial's a superstar. If he can get away from Jose's clutches, I still think he's a real. And what's going to happen with Pogba? We don't know what Pogba's turning up. You know, Pogba on his day, he could be the star of this World Cup. You know, but if he's not on a going day, he could just
it might be a little bit better
for
for him because Kante would probably be in that midfield who would do a lot of his work for him and maybe give him a little bit freer role, which he can go and
There's
impress.
a lot of question marks, isn't there? The question marks about the manager, question marks about Lloris. I mean, has he had a great season for Spurs this year?
No, he hasn't.
And from a betting point of view, what are they? A point bigger than Spain? Almost the same
Not
odds
for
as
me.
Spain.
Yeah,
So,
no, exactly.
when you look at
7-1 top price. It's not
and
massive.
Spain are 6.
Yeah.
So no, I'll be putting my money
France,
elsewhere.
you couldn't have them.
Centre halves as well, I think, is an issue. I think they have to be taken up the price. It wouldn't surprise me if they drifted towards the start of the tournament for me. And I wouldn't back them at 2-7 for the group.
No. Against Australia, Peru, and Denmark.
It is a weak group. Okay.
Yeah,
the Danes will give them the most to. I know we'll come into the groups after, but I think the Danes will ask a few questions in the form that Eriksen's in, maybe. But listen, they've got the class players on paper. They should absolutely hose up and they should go deep in the tournaments. I just don't. There's too many question marks.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, and I'm happy to take him on.
I do think they've got an absolute star though in Antoine Griezmann, Ray. I mean, his performances.
I'm sure a lot of the Premier League sides will be looking at him for next season as well.
Feeding
Can they come out and get him?
He'll sit down to the ground.
He's a brilliant player, and as Dean says, there they've got good youth there.
Yeah.
I mean, Mbappe's going to get better. Dembele, as we met, he's been injured, but he should be in the squad and maybe play. So they've got good players, but it's getting it all together. It's getting that team ethic. Is the most important. A lot of individuals, but can they get it a team effort?
Well, you wouldn't be surprised if they beat any of the favourites on a one-off game, but then they could go to the next round and lose to someone that they're certainties on paper to beat. That's what you get with France, and at those odds, you can't be interested.
Not for the panel then. They're not buying into Les Bleus this year. They don't think France is going to be good enough to win the World Cup.